Hey, we love that umbrella guy. All right. Thank you.
I'm calling from Los Angeles, and I'm having a little problem under the name ThATuMBRELLAgUY. I sent him my phone number at least 20 times in the chat and told him to call me. He ignored me, or I'm a man. I filed the report. If you guys could take a look at it and give me a call back, I would love to hear what you guys can do to help us. We really need to kind of stop this guy at least until Monday. I told him to call me, or I'm a man.
You know what? I talked to your mayor.
Like my coffee, extra mad and bitter. And then that lawyer all like juice, so yeah, the man's a quitter. He's strapped face up behind the platinum grill. My style faceless, just pick these mic skills. And in the street killer, I will not be denied. That I'm mic'd up, I raise my head with pride. A force of nature cruising the whip, doing walk-bys on your boulevard. Face my verbal clip. In this land of live streams, baby, I'm on the road. Got my feet on the media, scraping them up my souls. It's that umbrella guy facing the accusers. Cleated out size 14s, crushing all those losers. It's that umbrella guy, they said we couldn't make it. Never ask permission, just sense our goal and take it. The media buzzwords, they will never save you. Listen and believe it's meant to enslave you. Challenging the hypocrites, and baby, I'm on fire. They flash titles like they're royalty, but it's true that I'm a journalist. Scribble nursey rhymes, one in this grill in the basket, with a tisket and a tasket, and their morals in a casket. No morals in a casket. They're always pushing make believe and weaving straw to gold, but I'm sick of all the fairy tales and buying what I'm sold. Strolling into the backyard, taking truth on tour, baby, there is sickness, and that umbrella guy's got the cure. Look, it's that umbrella guy knocking at the door. No more ministry of truth than the plot of 1984. They're dumping all my verbal clips. The case is filled with knowledge. They're on the mic like kindergarten, and I'm taking them to college. Why the mask, baby? Cause this has to be a crime. I'll take the mic and boom, they're in the chalk outline. I used to throw elbows, but now I'm dropping nukes. You wrote another hit piece, isn't that cute? And the worst part, they'll never learn it before the state start channeling crash and burn. They pretend that we need to get their permission. That umbrella guy crushing their ambitions. You're not my competition, it's that umbrella. It's that umbrella guy steamrolling them out for fun. Mic check, mic wreck, paging this army of one. There's no hesitation, no doubt, not even a scintilla. The Tokyo baby and me, I'm Godzilla. Crushing them like Godzilla, like Godzilla.
Crushing it like Godzilla. What's up, folks? How's it going? Welcome to what's today? Tuesday? Monday? Tuesday. That's right. Tuesday edition. It's been a week already. It feels like I repeated Monday. So
I don't know what day or time it is. I just woke up like 5 minutes ago.
Oh, I've been busy all day. Check this horror out. So you remember those water leaks I had a while back? Ugh, yuck.
Yeah.
Those things are nasty. Okay, so I have one wall that all of this leaked through. And even though we moved furniture and stuff, in the aftermath, I found I'm moving in another bookshelf. And when I did, move some books around, and I looked at the bottom bookshelf with this one, you don't move your books around that often sometimes unless you're pulling them out. And I noticed something on the bookshelf. I was like, what the hell is that?
Oh no.
Yeah, mold. So I picked the
Oh.
up. Look at this. It ruined the bookshelf. Look at that, where the water
Oh
hit it.
no.
And it only got the bookshelves, but oh my God, look at these books, man. It's like crush my soul. I love my books, man. I love my books. I couldn't take
Oh,
pictures.
that's brutal.
Yeah, it got the bottom shelf, but look at them, man.
Oh no, 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 no.
I say
Oh
it.
no.
Let's say about $1,000 in damage. Not enough to actually warrant. You can't report it. I was like, great, great.
Oh
Thank
no.
you. Oh, look at that. It ate up the bottom rows. Now, luckily, it only hit the bottom rows, but still, I was like, oh my God. I could have
That's
cried.
a lot of books.
Oh,
That
yes,
would make me cry.
I could
would.
have today. I was like, oh my God. So I've spent the day lovingly beating 2 bookshelves down. But it was not fun. That's been a fun day. Woo, yeah. But at least we had BBB, write us something.
Well, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true, because that came out of nowhere. But you know what he didn't do? I don't think he turned over any of his discovery, but he did have time to write a new motion.
Oh, no,
How do you think that's going to go over?
I'm thinking that the way this is going, I'm thinking the way I was looking at, when the judge was talking about discovery and what he does or doesn't have to turn over. And I kept thinking, man, I can see his excuse written right into this. I think he's going to, he's going to read it, interpret it a specific way. He's going to try to play the courts. He's going to try to play a game with them, not turn over anything. But he made it even worse. Like you said, he wrote a motion too.
Yeah, he decided to write a motion. Like, God bless. Godspeed, man. I hope it goes well for you. But I don't know. If a judge tells me that I need to do something by 5 p.m. today, I should probably have something turned in. But he didn't even turn in an excuse for not turning in something. The motion he filed has nothing to do with the discovery he owes.
Oh, no. It has everything to do with, I'm so mad because polymops.
Oh, God. This new motion is really inexplicable. It really is. Thanks, chat. A lot of you are asking me, how's my headache? It's better, but I covered Karen Reed earlier today. They had another hearing, and it went over 3 hours, and my head was just pounding. I finally took some medicine, and I've been sleeping for the last 4 hours. I just woke up like at 7:55 on the dot. I woke up and I was like, oh my God.
I think you've caught a case of the polymops. That's what's happening.
Maybe. My headache's better, but I feel like I have a headache hangover.
Mm-hmm.
You ever have one of those when you've had a really bad headache? So I feel a little foggy, but I think we'll get through it.
That definitely sounds like a symptom of the polymops. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. You listen. You listen to any of them, or you read any of their filings. Yeah, that's that's exactly how I feel. I feel like I have a headache, like I'm hungover, like I don't know what the hell's going on.
That's true. Yeah, it also could be a symptom of like I read that motion and then I just passed out. I don't know. Like I lost consciousness. I really lost touch with the world there for several hours. It was probably the medication, because it does tend to make you a little sleepy too. But man, it was funny that you're lucky I woke up at 7:55. Could have been 8:55.
I don't know. I've got it in like it's almost part of me now. Like I wake up, if I fall asleep early, I wake up like right before a stream. Sometimes I'll wake up even when I'm not planning one. I really like it when I'm confused, though. I wake up in the morning and I think, oh my God, there's a stream. I got ready for a stream one morning at 6:55 a.m. I was like, oh crap, it's a stream. And I got up and I was like, wait a minute. Wait, does that say 8? No.
The sun's up. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I've done it, man. I've done it. Pull that, pull it all around, get it set up. You're like, well, damn it, I'm gonna be late, and then it's not even on.
Yeah, I just had like a major anxiety moment when I saw the clock. I was like, oh no. And then I realized also I hadn't made dinner. I slept right through it. I didn't mean to be asleep for all that time because I laid down earlier. And so I had to go check on the kids, but Mr. Fox took care of them. He made pizzas.
That's good.
So everything's good. Yeah.
I had visitors today. Like, had my mom come over checking on the girls and stuff, which was nice, except for the fact that I walked upstairs and I was like, where the hell did these brownies come from? I don't want these around me. It's one thing. It's one thing to be tempted by like some store-bought crap, but to have that out there, like, no.
Homemade baked goodies.
Yeah.
Oh, the Korean kid, she makes the best chocolate chip cookies, and she makes them like twice a week, I swear. And they are the most delicious chocolate chip cookies I ever had. I keep telling her, you can't go home. Who's going to make me cookies? They're really soft and fluffy and chewy on the inside. It's almost like the cookie dough isn't cooked in the middle. Oh my gosh. It's so good. They're so good. I've never had chocolate chip cookies like this. She's very talented.
I have not eaten like candy or junk food in a month now. It is
good for you.
Now a month and a day. Yeah. But it was difficult. I was like, oh my God. It's not just brownies. I was like, there's my mom's brownies. No. It's temptation. I was like, I need that in my life, but I avoided it. I did avoid it. So it's all good.
I can't avoid brownies when they're on the stove, man. No way.
No, I know they were calling me. I could smell them first. I was like, what is that?
Mom, don't do it. Don't do this to me.
There was usually the kids will, just mob them and eat them. No, they were at least 80% still there. I was like, what is going on? No.
What is going on? It's a conspiracy.
It had the best parts of them too. the ones in the middle where you're like, goodness. Yep. They were still there. Oh, I was like,
gooey.
No. Yeah, and they'd been cut away right where I could just take the whole middle if I wanted to and be like, but I didn't. I was good.
You're so funny. Maybe a brownie would make you feel good. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
Can't cut it out entirely.
I think I haven't had sugar in so long like that. I think it would make me feel real awful. Actually,
you'd be zooming around the house like a cat on catnip.
Weirdly, I thought I would miss it in Cokes more, but I haven't. It's kind of strange, especially Cokes. I kind of love Cokes, but I haven't drank any in a month either. It's kind of weird.
I think my sister just recently gave up Coke too. And she always drinks like a regular Coke a day, and she swears it helps her with headaches and stuff. But I'm like, I don't think so. That's an awful lot of sugar.
Yeah, but you probably have. Like if you don't have it, you have caffeine and sugar withdrawals.
Yeah, it's probably the caffeine. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably what it is. I mean, I got sick. I almost said, luckily I got sick. That's not the best way to say it. But, I could. When I didn't have it, I was sick for about 3 or 4 days, and I went through that withdrawal portion of that mostly. So I was like, well, I'm already through that, so might as well partake in in no Cokes, but in maybe some Sprite Zeros and ginger ale. Oh man! Now the item today. This is kind of interesting. It's whining. Let me pull it up here. It's actually whining about other documents that, well, I pulled them up for us too. Although where it's whining about 85 and 86, these are actually the same document, but addressed to each party. So there's one for Preston and one for Cook. So let's pull those up real fast because this is a opposition to plaintiff's motion to dismiss defendant Preston and Cook's counterclaims and motion to strike. Fun times. I kind of love this.
He just never quits.
He doesn't. I mean, like you said, he's supposed to be doing something else. He's supposed to be.
This is like when your teacher gives you an assignment and you already screwed up the first one, so they gave you an extension, and you're supposed to turn something in by this day. And instead of turning in your project, you turn in a 9-page letter about why you couldn't do it. You know?
Well, what's crazy is that discovery that he had till the 5th to do, it was already late. We had talked about that. You know, he didn't turn it in. And then a day after it was due, he writes this motion. He gets more time added to it. And he writes another motion. Oh, my God. So the thing he's complaining about, though, Randy writes in here, he's talking about dismissing the counterclaims because they're trying to add Randy into it. That was the point of this. He was like, hey, you can't add me. You know, there was a deadline for adding parties, which was December the 18th, 2024. And you kind of didn't do it by law. He goes through all the law on it and everything. But he was like, hey, sucker, you can't add me. And we're past that. So, I wonder how whiny today will be. On a scale of 1 to 10, how whiny do you think this is, Megan?
Oh, I would say it's at least a 9.5.
You were like, how whiny? You were like, yes, it is.
Yes. Yeah, that was the answer. I missed a good opportunity there. On a scale of 1 to 10.
9.5 is about there. You know, it's not quite to Gainesville, like whining and crying about that, but it's close.
Allie says 47.
47, yeah, exactly.
It's not good, folks. It's not good. I guess I'm gonna have to start writing a new Judge Belitho denial song, because I feel it coming in the night here. I feel it.
Yeah, it was funny. I got written, and somebody, I don't know if they want me to say who, somebody was like, yeah, I bet you today we're gonna have a denial by the end of the day. And we didn't, but I thought, it's possible. It's absolutely possible that could happen.
Yeah, I think it could happen. This judge has done fast work before, but nothing yet. Oh, did I send you the PDF, or do you still have the
This is the PDF
screen? Okay, you got it. All right,
Yeah.
good. I got it, but I was, asleep.
I love how much he cries, though. He's like, it starts out, the plaintiff's motion, docs 85 rather than 86, are frivolous. Who is he to talk about frivolous filings? First of all, they've been so many of them, and based on a falsity so obvious that the defendants seek to add plaintiff's counsel as a party defendant, it must be insulting to the court to be so openly lied to and filed.
All right. If I know one thing about judges, they do not like the word lie. This is why you'll see lawyers use the word mislead, mislead the court, lack of candor. They'll use words like that. Judges hate it when lawyers start saying, he lied to you. I mean, I'm telling you, he is pushing all the buttons of things judges hate here.
And the document in question that he's talking about is let me pull that up. Got it here.
I think one of the reasons why also judges don't like that word lie is because it's malicious. It implies malice, and they're real careful. They want their attorneys to be professional with one another and leave room for mistake or error instead of, immediately jumping to, he maliciously lied to this court.
Yeah, because lying means there's going to be some kind of a claim against you, some kind of sanction.
Right.
Like when you're openly lying. But I mean, when you read this, okay, so here's the counterclaim. This is what he's basing it on. And again, we're not going to read the whole thing or anything, but he's saying, he's adding me to this. When you look at it over and over, like we talked about before with the answer, you can see it's not just talking about plaintiff, it's plaintiff and his counsel. They conspire to form polymobs, I mean,
he didn't add him. Like he also didn't clarify who the defendants or who
he didn't know parties.
who the parties
Yeah.
are. There's
Yeah,
no
when he
list of
goes
the
through
parties.
this, when he goes through this, we talked about this too. Just to head this off here, if you see the parties in this document, this is because they're answering the first document. This isn't the counterclaim. When you get to the counterclaim portion, there are no party listings. So,
Right.
yeah, it looks like it's about the plaintiff's counsel. I mean, look how many times plaintiff's counsel comes up. The plaintiff and his counsel, the plaintiff's counsel. They're talking about, again, legal bills filed, getting money out of them. So, and he said many times to this that the only way that his polymop works is if you have a willing counsel. It has to be a willing, licensed attorney. So why wouldn't you think he's why wouldn't you think that? I mean, here he mentions him as a conspirator. I would think that. I very much would. So let's roll back to that document. So the plaintiff's motion were filed later the same day as the court granting, this would be Doc 84, the defendant's request for leave to file a reply addressing 5 separate misrepresentations contained in plaintiff's opposition to the defendant's pending 12B1 motion. Now, this is all about BBB saying, oh, I didn't lie in my quotes. I didn't, first of all, he's whining about the amount of money dropping below $75,000. I really thought about that, by the way. He's saying that if extortion isn't there, then, but we know that the amount of damages that can come from someone calling you a PDF file, that's plenty of damage right there. You could continue just with that portion alone and say, damages could well exceed that number.
Wow.
So let's see. It was that. It was also the quotes. You remember the quotes that he put up, and there was the whole, I only copy pasted them.
Yes.
So I copy pasted direct. Yeah, that's so ridiculous. That's what he's whining about, though. That's all of what that's saying right here. I asked for more time to reply to this, to go after that, where he replied, man, it's like this crazy chain of stuff. So the timing and bare bones nature of the plaintiff's motions, together with the pretextual, why is he talks about bare bones nature, and yet this is the guy that got busted for boilerplate answers, by the way.
You sure did. And also this bare bones nature thing, and criticizing Randy for his concise motion made me laugh. I was like, oh, I'm sure the judge probably appreciates him getting to the point instead of he didn't need to write tons of pages on this. You screwed up. You screwed up, Bruce.
Even with that, I mean, these documents, they've been pretty good. I mean, 4 pages, they were pretty concise there. And it's fascinating that he would complain about a 4-page document when he just wrote a 4-page document.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, don't you see that? It's kind of, if I were going to be like, that's just bare bones, there's nothing in 4 pages, maybe I would write a 20-page document myself. I'm just saying.
Yep.
But the bare bone nature of the plaintiff's motion, together with a pretextual, false underlying rationale, gives the glaring appearance that the motion was quickly contrived, drafted, and filed to provide content for YouTube channels.
Geez. Here we go.
Every time. Every time.
Well, maybe Randy's just better at writing these than you. Maybe he's written so many of them, he knows how to do it, and it doesn't take him that long. Maybe there is a template to use for this stuff instead of going off on tangents about polymops that no one understands.
Yeah, I mean, he says all of this stuff, and yet I'm pretty sure that they've already set up a live stream. Who's been going on as a guest to different shows for the longest time, drafting in more people so they'll hopefully cover, writing everybody
Oh,
and
yeah.
their mother, offering them more and more shows.
It's not Randy. I can tell you that
Indeed.
much. Randy's not doing
Indeed.
that.
If Randy's been appearing, I've kind of, not noticed it. I kind of missed that part,
Yeah, that's confusing. He hasn't said a word.
To provide content for YouTube channels promoting the plaintiff's storyline to counter content on other channels. Wait. So he's admitting now to channels that he's providing, and he says they're focusing on misrepresentations. So look
to
at
counter
that.
us. It's all to counter us.
Yeah, he's like, this filing here, that filing that Randy did was so people like that megalodonous foe in her yoga, she could feed that into something because she's countering the other channels that focus on misrepresentations. What?
He really cannot see the forest for the trees.
Snake oil, man.
Oh, they're doing exactly what he says we're doing. It's so crazy. And he can't see it. Focusing on the misrepresentations revealed in the motion for leave to file a reply. What? I can't imagine the judge is even going to understand this. He's going to be like, what are you talking about?
You know what he's trying to say. He's trying to say there, like where he was throwing a fit about the about what Randy had to say. Oh, I filed a bar complaint. I did this. I did that. That's what he's talking. He's not talking about just misrepresentation. Apparently, so his narrative here is that was filed really fast. So the coverage that I had going, it would drown it out. What the fuck?
Well, get faster, Bruce. I don't know what to tell you, I guess. It's just unbelievable that he's complaining to the court that the media is how the media is covering the case. Media is allowed to cover a court case.
And we're allowed to cover it any way we want.
Any way we want.
Yeah, I mean, we're covering. See, at first he was whining and just throwing fits because we didn't cover his documents. Then we cover his documents. We're like, hey, look at this messed up shit that's in this document. It's pretty whacked out. And that's not good now.
He's not happy with that either. No. And he never will be.
No, of course not.
He never will be until we all agree with him, which is never going to happen. Not in a million years. Hell will freeze. Pigs will fly. Lynette Preston will get an actual house. With indoor plumbing before that happens.
I don't know, man. Those magic carpets that were all outside in that one video, man, they were amazing. Yeah, never seen so many magic carpets. Oh Lord, it felt like it was, it felt like one of those booths. Have you ever been to a Comic-Con?
No, but I've seen videos.
Yeah, well, you know that they have those booths where they have the more seedy elements, and they're always like, they rope them off and they have like a sheet in front of them or something. That's what it reminds me of,
The sheets.
Yeah, it's like I need to drop $1 in a bucket so I could walk in or something, And there is a blue bucket, so I just wouldn't want to fish my dollar back out anybody.
Gross.
Then it's an abuse of this court and of this litigation. Then filing Randy.
Oh, this is what's abusive?
Yeah.
I have other thoughts.
Yeah, not when the judge is like, what in the world did you just file? What is this crazy crap that you just said? Gainesville to what? Where now?
Gainesville to where now?
Again?
Again?
Exactly. Here comes Polly Mops. You can see it. The plaintiff's present motion and his entire lawsuit are polymop. You know, this is so ridiculous because this isn't a real thing. He's
It's not a
trying to
real
make it
thing.
happen.
He's trying to make fetch happen.
Yeah.
I guarantee you at some point the judge is going to say, stop using fake acronyms. Because it's not a thing. Stop trying to make this thing happen. You can't make a copyright a phrase in legal filings that's not a legal phrase.
Yeah, it's not at all. They made up a word, copyrighted it, but of course they're not out there trying to make money off litigation, right? I mean, they copyrighted a word so they could hopefully. I mean, if you were going to have something, it should sound cool, not polymops. It doesn't sound fun, you know. I mean,
no, it sounds like something you need surgery for.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. The plaintiff's present motions, his entire lawsuit are polymop, the purposeful protraction of litigation and multiplication of proceedings. Oh my God, that is so cringy. It's so fucking cringy. The plaintiff is using this court as the setting for his made for YouTube whodunit. Say, this is nuts too, because they've already tried this argument over and over again, and he keeps returning to an already ruled on argument where the judge is like, quit talking about YouTube. God, man. With the defamatory roadside signs serving as the pretext, the purpose is to generate litigation-related YouTube content for entertainment and profit, not pursuing meritorious claims. Again, he keeps trying to hammer this, and he keeps trying to hammer polymop, you know, which is funny because this polymop being copyrighted seems more like this instead of meritorious defense and meritorious lawsuits where he's actually sued people.
Yeah, this is nuts.
It's
what a
all
nut.
nuts. In his December
This is crazy
19th
town.
It's all freaking crazy, man. In his December 19th live deposition, the plaintiff acknowledged his public boast of filing contrived litigation for ulterior motives like causing financial harm to his opponents. Now, again, this is so dishonest and deceptive because he's saying the plaintiff acknowledged publicly boasting that he filed contrived litigation.
And he didn't. He said, I don't know if that transcript is correct, and I don't think it is. So he did not. He did not. He said, I don't trust AI transcripts. And it was taken out of context anyway. I heard it. That wasn't what he was saying. But he keeps saying this. He keeps
if you say it enough, he tries to make it real. You know, he's trying to make it real. A lawsuit isn't to win a lawsuit. It's to make you spend all your money on a lawyer and bankrupt you. That's what the win is. I could care less if I win in court. If I win in court situation, my goal is to make sure you have no money. That's the goal of the lawsuit. Oh, to make sure, that they're justice. I'm going to take what's yours because you tried to take what's mine. Wow. You know, what do you think justice looks like? In a case like this, you clear your name. But what's the other side of it? I mean, you take
somebody's house.
Whole. Yeah, you get made whole. You know?
Yeah. Yep. That's what happens.
See, this guy couldn't stand it. He throws fucking fits about Larry not having him on a show. That's what sets him up. But he wants to pretend that with all the stuff that's been done to Jeremy Hales, that Jeremy Hales has no right to be angry. Interesting. This guy can't, like I said, he gets mad about the stupidest shit. The plaintiff's motions don't specify which counterclaim is or are the subject of the motion. They cite only paragraphs in count 1. Yeah, what he's talking about here, moron, is the fact that you didn't include any parties, like Megan said. So when you read through this, you bring up counsel
Can't tell
quite a
who the
bit.
parties are, and it sure sounds like Randy's one of them.
Yeah.
So if he isn't, why don't you make that clear and make an amended motion or something and take that out? In fact, isn't that something that, yeah, he could have done that. He could have amended it and just said, and just took all the stuff about Randy out, and it would have been fine.
Yeah, but if you would have taken that stuff out, then his narrative, he needs this narrative now that, again, they've copyrighted, because that they're trying to bank on polymop, and they've spent all this time trying to convince people that there's this conspiracy between Jeremy and his lawyer, So if they change that up in documents, how are they going to hammer that over and over again?
True.
It's so ridiculous. But yeah, count one for sure. It's all over it. The motion, do not cite any rule or legal authority under which they seek to have the counterclaim dismissed or stricken. Actually, they do mention jurisdiction. They talk about, let's see. They talk about the court itself. So check this out. This is what he's saying has no jurisdiction or authority mentioned. Well, first of all, the court itself gave you a date to add additional parties. That by itself is quoting the court that you're in, Then it quotes the federal rule of civil procedure. You actually have that quoted. It's right here. Rule 19 and 20 govern the addition of a party or a person as a party to a counterclaim or cross-claim. It talks about how that's actually played out there. It quotes other. You can see through here. So for him to say, well, there's nothing quoted in it, is absolutely a lie in and of itself. There's no authority quoted. Yeah. He just can't help himself. He can't help but lie. He lies a lot.
Yep. Lots of lies. Lots and lots of lies.
The motions don't distinguish between dismissed and stricken, although the two actions are governed by different rules and standards. Let's see.
What?
So is he whining about the idea that it should be?
The motions don't distinguish between dismissed and stricken.
It's because
I
guess it's because it's the motion to dismiss counterclaims and motion to strike with incorporated memorandum of law. So he's trying to say that the two words mean different things under the law, I suppose.
Well, I guess. Okay.
I guess that's what it is.
And your point is what? What is your point here, Bruce? What is the point? Okay. I just can't wait to see some of the responses to this. I mean, I guess we're going to find out now if Bolitho can be serious and stop treating him like a small child in the special class, because that's how he's treating him.
Yeah, so far he has. I don't know if he can or not, though. By the way, I'm going to say we have over 3,600 people so far. That's damn good, actually, so far. Thank you, folks. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, if you'd like to help out, tell people we are live. We are going over yet another court document. This, by the way, is number 90 on this case alone.
Oh my gosh. No way. Yeah. Are we really up to number 90?
Yeah.
This case is so insane.
That doesn't count when he sent out like that, here, why don't we settle? But of course, this isn't filed in the courtroom. So there's other filings on top of, they're not filings, but they really are connected to the case. There are other things we've had to cover as attached to that. And that's just one case by itself. My God.
This is craziness.
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah, 90 though. This is document 90. So, and we're waiting
on for the people saying that, like, oh, Jeremy didn't spend that much money on his legal fees. 90 documents? Half of that is around 45. Like what? Yeah, Randy's had to write so much because this guy has papered this case to such a level. He's had to do so much work. Yeah, of course it's in the 200,000 range.
Oh yeah, because I mean, you're talking this case. You're talking that first case that you dealt with Florida. That was absolutely insane. When we're talking about all the legal fees that have come in, that case, look at what had to happen. You not only had the grudge judge, he should have put a stop to a lot of that madness.
11 months.
Yeah.
11 months. One of the things we didn't go over on the Rumble exclusive on the Ray Bone Crusher video, which I might go over at a different time because it was interesting, it was amusing, was his analysis of the judge grudge situation. And he was like, though I think that the judge, he was going to rule in favor of Lynette. He wasted so much time and money of the litigants by just the time wasting. And so even they can't say that he was a, good judge. They knew he was biased though, which is funny.
Yeah. They're like, oh, well, we thought, yeah, grudge judge, definitely 100%. He was treating her with kid gloves. He was, after that mean old YouTuber.
He never got upset with her ever. And she interrupting him constantly. Imagine if Jeremy did that. Imagine. I mean, Jeremy sat there like a decent human being and saying nothing. And at one point, the judge, just because he rolled his eyes or something, remember when the judge was like, I don't appreciate the facial expressions. It's like, what are you talking about? For a facial expression? Yeah. This woman has been screaming at you.
It amazed me what he let her get away with. But again, I mean, we saw how that had to turn out. You actually had to bring in a superior court and you had to appeal and be like, yo, this isn't right. You need to recuse yourself. But again, they can't talk about, you notice they always skip that too. They never tell people about that. But I mean, you had that case. You have all the other cases that are kicking around as well. I mean,
and there's no more legitimate reason for media to cover a case than a judge that acts like that.
Yeah.
And I will stand on that all day long. That judge was one of the craziest judges I've ever seen in my career. That absolutely required media attention. And there is no way you're going to make it look like this was some kind of contrived thing. That this is exactly what YouTubers who cover legal stuff look for. The exact kind of story that is like oh my God, that the audience is going to love this. Look at this guy. He's out of his gourd. That's what we look for.
Levy County, period. I mean, when you start looking a little closer, like at the place, not just the judge, you're not that hyper focused, but you zoom out a little bit and you look at Levy County, look at all the stuff we learned about that place.
So much scandal. Oh, that article that I found about the prosecutor's office with the corruption going back for years and years, not charging people in ARP cases when they had DNA evidence and eyewitnesses, dropping the charges against violent SA offenders. Unbelievable, having a 3% go to trial rate when the nation's rate is around 7%. Levy County has problems. An ex-prosecutor peeping on a woman in a tanning salon. I mean, this place is a cesspool.
Oh, yeah. And there's that documentary as well.
Yeah, then there's that famous documentary, the famous ARP case, where they went after the woman. And even though they had video, it was nuts, absolutely nuts.
It just shows you what kind of place you're dealing with. And I do not understand, honestly, the prosecutor office there, because, at a certain point, when you have scandal, when you have controversy, typically you have damage control as well, but they don't even bother.
No, they don't. They're like, whatever, screw you.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen like a place be so brazen about it, and be like, nobody's going to do anything to us. Why should we care?
And they're right.
Yeah, they are.
That's the sad part. They're right.
Yeah, because I mean,
Tom is going to go back with his law license. He'll be a lawyer. He'll still be coaching his little league, and nobody will do anything about it. I did find out, by the way, because my story got around town about Easel. And apparently I got a source who was at his son's baseball game, and all the parents were talking about it because they didn't know that this had happened. And if you guys remember from the coverage, one of those apologists in Levy County said that she was on his baseball team, or her son was, and all the parents voted to keep him. Yeah, that didn't happen. None of the parents even knew. And they just found out. They were like, oh my God, what? He did
that's
what?
wild. That's what a thing. You know, and the reason that the parents didn't know is because in Levy County, unlike other places, other places you would be required to be registered because of that kind of action. The parents would have known, but not in
but
Levy
they didn't,
County.
because he didn't get anything. He got literally no, I think he got probation, and he was not put on a list, and he kept his law license. They hushed it up.
That's wild that they could do something like that. But it just goes to show you how jacked up that area is.
Oh,
Man,
it's jacked up, all right.
God, if they would have put that with their tourism slogans, I'm here, if you if you get armed, no, you won't get justice. Like, no, thank you. I don't think
I wouldn't be caught dead in Levy County. I'm telling you right now. I'm not going to Levy County.
No. See, that sucks too, because a lot of the stuff that Jeremy's talked about, activities and stuff that they've wanted to do, although, now can't do a lot of that stuff. He can't feel safe enough to be out and be present because he knows these Levy County police aren't going to do anything. So,
oh yeah, I know. And good luck. I mean, now he's got all these death threats against him from paint chips and stuff. Like, what does he do? Does he report those? Because they're not going to do anything. So it's almost like, I guess I fall on the side of make the record anyway, because if something bad were to happen, at least you would have a paper trail. But my God,
yeah, that's what you do. I mean,
they demoralize you.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's what you have to do. You have to give, you make reports in case one of these weirdos shows up at your home, because otherwise, yeah, if people missed that, by the way, yesterday, I did take a screenshot when you brought that up. Let me pull that up real fast. If you missed the threat, and we'll get back to our document in a second, but Megan pointed this out. This is nuts. Now, I didn't take the question that was, or the statement that was being answered. I took just the answer itself from Paint Chips, who was like, and when he liked his own statement. I like that too.
Well, he has
no one else
to, otherwise he would have no engagement.
Can you? Oh, we used to make fun of that, all the time, where people would go out and just, they promote their own stuff, hoping that if they could put together enough fake accounts, like their own things, they could push it. Oh, God. He's like, oh, so you're saying the Federal Bureau of Prisons didn't rehabilitate me? Good. Maybe it's because the charges against were BS lawfare. My response to you is that I have something to project into your eye socket, and I'll be yelling that at Jeremy Hales very shortly. He's going to be yelling to Jeremy Hales that he's going to project something. Either he's talking about something. He's either talking about a video. Gross. Oh, his film crew. Is that what he means? Like, I was thinking, but there's the other, there's the X-rated version. No, put that away. Mom, drive me up here. We need to make a video. Gross. No.
Mom.
I imagine him like Cartman. Man. Man, we gotta sub Jimmy Hales. I can't do a great Cartman, but he's like, I'll be yelling that at Jeremy Hales very shortly when my film crew is in Otter Creek. So yeah, that's actually, all jokes aside, that is a threat. That is one hell of a threat. He's saying straight up. He's saying I wasn't. Yeah, I wasn't rehabilitated, and I'm gonna do something horrible.
He also, there's another one that's I found today. He keeps going. He keeps talking, of course, because he can't stop. He keeps talking, and he says he wants full faith and credit for all the people the FBI says he killed. And I'm like, wait a minute, what now? I didn't hear anything about. I think he's lying about that. The FBI, to my knowledge, never accused him of murdering anyone.
I didn't see any of that in any of
So now
the early
making stuff
charges or
up?
anything. No.
Yeah. Is he just making stuff up to make the FBI look ridiculous? Look, man, we know you almost caused an international incident. You're a dumbass, but I don't think that the guy's been accused of murder.
Oh, he's admitting to stuff. You know, he's admitting to something that that he did, and that maybe maybe there's a lot worse out there. I mean, when somebody starts telling me that they've done horrible things, oftentimes I'll take their word on it, you know, as far as staying away from them and considering them a disreputable piece of shit. Yeah, I'll take them at their word. So,
Yeah.
I mean, he's unhinged enough to be saying that he's done something like that. Again, they're absolutely threats towards Jeremy Hales. That's a 100% threat. It's undeniable.
Agreed.
Phew. He's already made threats. He's already talked about it. Weirdos, man. But the plaintiff's motion rests on an obviously false assertion. Defendant filed a counterclaim which seeks to add plaintiff's counsel as a party defendant, and on the false premise advanced a contrived argument that the counterclaim constitutes a separate action lacking diversity jurisdiction. Okay, if you try to add him, you have some problems. I mean, we are there.
Well, and that's true because he is in Florida. Randy's in Florida. You can't add him. You would have to do a separate filing in Florida.
That's why, you know, and people still don't get it even when you explain it. There's certain parties out there, like a certain storage boy, you know, that guy, he hasn't been added to litigation because he's in Ohio. And,
right.
Well, Jeremy's in Ohio, so you can't add them. You have to have a different lawsuit. It can't be what we're looking at here. We can't have our federal lawsuit and add them. It causes a problem. Well, that's the same problem here. Yeah.
Yep.
It's 100%. I mean, that's just one of those basic rules that, I mean, not everybody knows, of course, but it's funny, like when the ecosystem, you know, they brag about, well, nothing's happened with this person yet. It's like, well, look at where they live. Maybe that's the reason why.
Yeah, he's
whatever. They're so dumb, man.
I can't yeah, it's bizarre.
I think it's all funny. It's just so dumb. So this is merely the latest of the plaintiff's filings containing materially false statements. To invoke federal diversity jurisdiction, the plaintiff interposes baseless extortion claims in this complaint, despite having no evidence of the defendants ever making any statement constituting extortion. Really? The $65,000 don't count?
I don't know. I guess not. He keeps on saying that. He keeps on saying that there was never any proof that there was any extortion. The other thing is, too, I think it matters how the defendants felt about it. That they felt they were being extorted. They felt that they were. And anyway, didn't he throw that out? The judge threw that out. He threw out the extortion thing, so it doesn't.
Well, that's why he's bringing up extortion. You know, that's why he's throwing that in, because he wants to loop it back and to say they're bringing up something that you didn't even have. You already ruled on. You know, and that's not what the
Well, they tried. They thought they had it. The judge didn't agree. There's nothing wrong with that. You're allowed to bring a claim. You're allowed to bring a claim even if it doesn't end up winning in court. If you weren't allowed to do that, how many people would be charged for, you know, misleading the court or whatever?
You mean like a case? Let's use an example tied to nothing. We'll say it's about images, right? What about images and about people that I will call them influencers? That's the best way to go. So influencers using images, you go and sue them, and then after, you know, definitely after 21 days, you decide to drop it. You mean like that? They would have problems otherwise? Yeah. Yeah, I agree. But I still can't wait to see what happens with the trespass 5. I don't even know what the hell's going on with that. Like even the people that are involved seem to be confused with what's going on.
Right.
So, in an affidavit that's Doc 8-1, specifically filed to overcome a 12B1 motion challenging sufficiency of the amount in controversy, the plaintiff swore that the defendant's online posts calling me a child predator are constant and ongoing to this day, despite having no evidence of any such posts. Again, there is indeed evidence, and it's to this day. I can provide you, well, I can't say to this specific day because I haven't looked at today, but I can say within the last couple of months. Again, John's out there making videos saying that he's trying to peep on kids. So, yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. It's provable. So they keep going with this, and we still haven't gotten past discovery yet. He keeps talking about this, but they still haven't turned over any discovery yet.
It's an interesting strategy.
Yeah, it's a good way to lose. It's a good way to get yourself in trouble. So the plaintiff's opposition, that'd be Doc 80, to the defendant's pending 12B1 motion, falsely accused the undersigned of fabricating a quotation from legal authority, actually altering the quoted portion of the defendant's memorandum to fit the accusation. Oh my God! Now he's trying to say that what he did, and Randy putting it in a filing and saying, "Hey, this isn't right. This isn't an actual quotation." No. It's Randy that misled the court and Randy that fabricated. Because he altered, therefore it would be fabrication. Falsely claiming the defendant fabricated authority in a 12B1 motion and falsely stated that the undersigned contacted whatnot to interfere with the plaintiff's contract. We saw you do it, son. We saw that.
Yeah, we saw it happen.
Yeah.
What is this fantasy he's living in?
He thinks he can do anything that he wants and play with the wording. Oh, well, I didn't really do that. I actually did this. And he thinks anybody will believe it. Like to me, that's wild. God, it must be a strange place to live in that head,
That head of his.
It must be. It's crazy. By the way, man, we got 45 already. Thank you, folks. We're rolling toward 50 already. That's amazing. Thank you, folks. Like I said. So the defendants have been held hostage. This is another thing we've heard that from. That must be another talking point that's going through the ecosystem, because Ray said that the other night.
Yeah, they've been told to say that he's holding them. He's making them scared to move about the town. He's holding them. He's kidnapping them, basically.
It's so strange, though. Like all of them,
containing them, like dinosaurs in Jurassic Park. He's built containment fences.
Keep her away from the sheep.
He's electrified them.
Keep them away from our sheep.
How dare you, sir?
I forgot. Somebody sent me some more LMNOP screenshots. I need to pull those up when we finish this. I totally forgot about those. So they've been held hostage to the plaintiff's frivolous, vexatious lawsuit for a year. That's fascinating, considering how long have your vexatious lawsuits been going on, by the way, Bruce?
A very long time now.
Yeah, and anytime people try to clear that up and, get to the sanction portion of it, what happens? I don't know. We need more time. They need to be held hostage under it, even the stuff that's been dropped. But it is fascinating too. This guy holds up proceedings for 5 months and brags about it. So 5 months of that year, that's his. So that's the minimum, because he's tried to hold up other things, but he bragged about the 5 months. during which time the plaintiff has published dozens of federal court update YouTube videos. Of course, he's going to give, oh no, federal updates, usually
Oh,
with a
no.
thumbnail featuring.
How dare he?
Indeed.
That
How would
sounds so totally and completely legal.
Oh, listen to this. Even though he's been told that embarrassment and more doesn't constitute anything. Usually
Right.
with
He's already been
thumbnails-
told this. How's this going to
Mhm.
work?
with thumbnails featuring photos of defendant Preston to promote the video and invite mockery of her.
Yeah, the judge doesn't care. He's already told you, this is America, sir. You're allowed to be mocked and humiliated and embarrassed.
For his
not a big-
700,000. Well, this idea anyway, this and what he's going to say next, it's so ridiculous. Sorry, go ahead and say what you're saying.
No, that I just said it's just not illegal. I mean, this is a stupid argument.
Well, it's all dumb, you know. It's funny he's trying to address the freedom of speech thing too. He's like, the plaintiff's right to freedom of speech does not include fabricated, phony legal claims. Oh my God.
Okay.
Machinating legal litigation drama for his for the entertainment of viewers at his own profit and at the expense of others. These mofos have been pulling down. Man, look at that. One donor alone, $56,000. Are you kidding me? Expense to who?
Yeah, right.
I mean, really, you know full well that LMNOP and all these other people, they want the lawsuits to continue because as long as this stuff continues, they have the money faucet on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's never turned off. Like when, it's crazy. You know, this is interesting though. I did notice somebody sent me some screenshots, and there are more and more people starting to ask about the memorial. Hey, where is the memorial? Can we get an update on the one, with the money? Can we actually get an update? So they're actually being asked about some of this stuff and providing proof. People, yeah, it's kind of strange. Their drama, it buys them a couple of days here and there. Like oh my God, there was the theft of 2 sticks and some plastic flowers. And I mean that bought them a week. But unfortunately, like nothing else happened. There were some weird excuses too. I'll get to that in a minute.
Ray did an entire video about what a crime against humanity it is to remove a memorial, a couple of sticks, and a plastic bow. It's
like this. It's like this. And again, I'm not saying who did or who didn't, or at least we know the sticks exist. That is something that we at least do know. But I'm going to say that if you want to weaponize something and make it not about the subject, like if you've lost family members, that's unfortunate. That's a horrible thing to have happen. But this stuff that we're seeing isn't about them. It's about drama and about going after Jeremy Hales. If you're going to do that to me, if you're going to weaponize, that has nothing to do with you trying to remember somebody. It has everything to do with you trying to fuck with my life. And I would not allow you to put anything up. I would make that very clear.
I would advise anybody who wants to have their memorial up on somebody else's property to not join a chorus of anti that person.
Yep.
You should probably not join the chorus calling your neighbor the one that you want to do the thing for you that you want him to do. You should probably not join the people trying to ruin his life. That's just my thought on that. But hey, maybe I'm wrong.
I wouldn't. I'm just speaking on my own behalf on it. Like I wouldn't allow it. Maybe, like I said, if somebody thinks
I wouldn't
that
allow
makes
it either.
No, I mean
that causes all this drama. That's a subject of somebody's anti-me YouTube channel. Oh no, I'd take that shit down immediately. Mm-hmm. And you can go put your memorial on your property, and you can, he's got a gravesite, I'm sure, and you can go and visit his gravesite. But you're not going to put up a memorial on my property and then turn it into a reason to disparage me online. That's garbage.
Yeah, I run out of nicety. I mean, you're not obligated to be nice to anyone, and it goes beyond being nice, though. That has nothing to do with it. When people start attacking you, they no longer, like I said, they're no longer trying to remember somebody. They're just trying to hurt you for whatever reason. And I wouldn't want to play that game. I get tired of it. I get real tired real quick.
Yep. I would
So,
have absolutely no room for that. None at
yeah.
all.
I mean, seriously, too. When they talk about it, I do like bringing up that picture, though, because, when they say memorial, it's not what I was picturing in my mind. Did you think when they were talking about a memorial being pulled down, they were talking about, again, Elemental P's words, a 2x4, and then another stick, a no trespassing sign, and some plastic flowers?
No, I thought they said they raised $4,000. So I thought they were going to put up something nice, like a bench, and which is what they said.
This is what they're talking about. See, they don't show it anymore. They just talk about this has been removed. But again, look at that. I mean, really look at it.
And somebody dumped some janky concrete inside there, and it's running into the the city property or wherever where you're supposed to have room for people to get to the things that they need to get to.
That looks like
no.
leftovers from the fence.
If
I
somebody
don't know
dug
that
a
for
hole
sure,
on
but-
my property without telling me and then they poured cement in it, well, hell no. I'm sorry. That's not staying. You'd have to be some kind of crazy person to think that that's going to stay.
I just don't get it. I do get it, actually. Again, it's drama. That's exactly what this is. It has no other reason but drama. And also it kind of misdirected people off of the memorial, because you had the talk about
And
a
off
memorial.
of the $56,000 that's missing. How about that? It misdirected people from that too.
Oh, yeah.
Where's the
Oh, yeah.
56 grand?
That's such a weird thing. What is that? No. Man, I think it is coming a heck of a storm here. So if I lose power for some reason,
Uh-oh.
I thought I
Okay.
heard it sounds like a jet, I'm going to hold on for 1 second. Hey, can you hold
Okay.
it for 1 second? I'm going to look
Yeah.
outside and see what that is, because it sounds awful.
Okay. Oh man, luckily had a break from the storms. But now that weirdo Canadian guy from Ontario says he's going to turn off our power here in Western New York because of tariffs or something. So I guess we'll see how that goes. That sounds like a bad idea, though. If I'm being totally honest, I think maybe Canada should think twice before they do an act of aggression on Americans in the wintertime and turn off their power. I don't know. I might rethink that. Did you guys see that? Yeah, some Ontario politician is saying he's going to turn off our power grid. I had no idea we got power from Canada. Did you know that some of us get power from Canada? I didn't know that. How is it? How's the storm?
It's wind. It's all wind. I can hear. I mean, it sounds like a jet flying close to my house. Yeah, they said we had storms on the way, but Lord, yes, thunderstorms tonight. Ooh. Okay, I was just making sure. I was like, my Lord, I was looking at it and then looking at the weather to make sure I didn't need to gather some kids and put them somewhere, somewhere in a different, safer place in the house.
Yeah, sure.
But
It's been so long since I lived anywhere where there are tornadoes. Although we did have one this summer, but that's very rare for New York to have tornadoes. Illinois was there were at least a couple every summer.
we had we had an earthquake one time. We never have. I don't remember any time in my life except for this one that we've had an earthquake. But it was so weird. I was sleeping and I was having a horror dream. My mom outside of her house or where she used to live, she had an old well with a well ringer, like the movie The Ring, the big round thing over the well.
Yeah.
So I'd been outside looking at it and I was having a dream about it, like something coming out of it or something. And then the ground shook, and I woke up. I was groggy and the ground shaking. At the first thing I thought it was, oh my God, something is coming out of that well, because it was shaking. The windows were shaking. Oh, it was terrible. I was watching her house or something. I think she was on vacation or something. I'd gone over that night to feed her animals, and that was so weird. Though I was like, "Oh my God, something is climbing out of that well."
Oh, it's funny.
Oh, yeah, but this freaking thing. I mean, how does that fit into a memorial at all? This is what tells me it's drama more than anything. The no trespass.
Yeah. Right.
Could you imagine someone putting that on your property too?
No, this would all be gone immediately. I would get rid of it. And I think I think 90% of you would also do that. I think there's some people who don't like confrontation who might just put up with it. That ain't me, baby. You'll find out. I'm not going to let somebody do that on my property. Encroaching on somebody else's property, especially when you're doing it with this, you're in league with people who broadcast every night trying to destroy my reputation. No, I'm not giving you any access to my property. That's over and done with. If the family had come, if the family came to me privately and asked for something, I might work something out. But you go to a bunch of people who are defaming me every day, you're shit out of luck. There's going to be nothing for you. Nope.
I would be so mad, especially in the middle of nowhere too. You really have to stand up for yourself because there's no one else out there that's going to. You give ground to people like that, and they'll just keep taking from you.
They just keep taking it. It'll be until what's the next thing going to be?
Well, we've seen again, all the drama and all the insanity too. Let's see, I'm getting those. Here's an interesting thing, by the way. You would think that somebody that is destitute, right? That is in the middle of court hearings, they wouldn't super chat, right? I mean, that seems kind of crazy, yeah. Even if it is just a few bucks, you wouldn't think that somebody that again is telling courts that they have no money,
that they're indigent.
Yes, they wouldn't be throwing that out, huh? That's
She's
interesting.
Not smart. We're not dealing with high IQ individuals. Let's just put it nicely.
Lisa, did you read that someone was calling someone else a child? It starts with an M. You got that there. And my child is being fixated on is scary. Huh. That's interesting considering they keep talking about. I'd be interested to see with that timestamp, especially if whose name gets brought up.
Yeah. Exactly. And weird, Lynette, because you keep telling people that John is doing that. It's weird that you keep telling people John's fixated on the kid in that way. Why do you do that? Why do you keep doing that? Why do you keep telling people that and texting people that and saying that you're afraid CPS is going to take your kid from you because of it?
Here, talking about the guy who got arrested, they weren't on my property. Nobody lives on my property at all. That Andrew was living with his father, not here. Get your facts straight.
Well, he was arrested there.
Yeah.
He was there enough that he was arrested there. So he was there.
Well, I mean, again, you're talking about somebody that that obviously had a drug problem, that assaulted an elderly person. They didn't care about that, but they keep trying to get their attention there. My earlier comment to Lisa was that someone is calling let's say a certain kind of offender, and my child is being completely fixated on. That is scary.
Someone is calling an S offender? What?
I have no idea. That might be a good one to look up there. I'm so sad. I have tears in my eyes too with all this. Oh, wait. We did get a cease and desist from his first lawyer. And that was early on. That lawyer told me not to worry about it, and he quit. So you did get one. I thought you said you never got one. That was one of your statements. I saw
Yeah,
the
you
super
said you
chat.
never got one.
Oh my God, that's amazing. I got one. No, you know.
I got one. No, I didn't get one. The cease and desist fell down.
Now look, now it's a new one. Oh, they didn't actually get one from the lady in Northport. You said you didn't get any at all ever. I've never gotten one.
Well, the one from Northport, I'm pretty sure she got. She sent it. Connie's testimony was she sent it certified mail, signature required.
She's claiming, by the way, Jeremy, if you do catch this, that that the lawyer that you had that wrote that communicated to her and told her not to worry about the cease and desist they wrote.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I really believe that. I very much believe that.
Yeah, the lawyer who wrote the letter said, "Don't worry about it."
Yeah, don't worry about it. By the way,
doubtful.
It's not a problem. Let me see. I think I have some more of these. I just think these are all fascinating. You know. Give me a second. Got some more. Oh, they brought up MLS and it's all fun and games, right? It's all fun and games. Oh, there's the signs. I'll bring it on. Never wrote any. Oh no. I like how all these get caught in here. Like I said at the end of this stuff. Lobby is talking about and denying Jeremy Hale's accusations on selling.
Yeah, and here's how he denies it. This is really funny, actually. Here's how he denies it, and here's how the ecosystem denies it. They say, he's not selling hides, he's selling gators, and then the person he sells them to turns them into boots. For real.
But that's how is that different?
It's not. It's the exact same thing, but this is how these people lie.
That's so bizarre. Oh, and then they love gators. They love them.
But he's selling them to a guy who wants to sell them for. I heard them with their own mouths say that. And he's all, well, I didn't know that's what he was using them for. What?
What in the world they're talking about?
I mean, I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I mean, I like gator
I don't
boots.
care one way or the other. I mean,
they're alligators. I think we need less of those probably. But to
I mean, they serve a purpose, but I wouldn't want them around me, honestly.
It's not legal. I mean, it's not illegal to sell the alligator skin.
Their tail
is an industry.
I mean, look, if you're going to kill them and eat them, use all of it. You know, it's just
use
like
all
deer or anything else. You know, I see, people down at the craft shows, they'll make like a buck handle knife or something, you know, and if you're going to get, or if you just find antlers or whatever, use this stuff, whatever, use everything there. I did think it was interesting. I saw the super chat there. I was like, man, so you have nothing, but you have enough to super chat channels and to tell them, well, I love you with the money I don't have, you know?
So bizarre.
Oh, they also, see, they've been feeding everybody to this I can't get out. I'm isolated. I can't get out. Like they just go in and they claim it to everyone. And of course, while they're making fun of people, look, oh, it's so good. We should make fun of people. Who knows who they were making fun of? But oh my God, oh, so fun. Oh, I need to repent. Yeah, you need to repent about a lot of things. Ugh, gross. I thought about going into the to his discussion, the video from yesterday, but I think I'm gonna cut here. I think I'm gonna go through super chats and keep this one short. You know, I think it's a good place. You know, I'm gonna roll these pretty fast today too. So.
All right, I'll stick around for a bit.
All right, Sticky Widget, thanks for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, Sticky. Appreciate you there. That's awesome. Good to see you, Sticky. Best friends for life. Thank you for dropping a gifted membership as well. Thank you. Appreciate you. I love your profile, by the way. Darla, thank you for the membership. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for your membership. Welcome to Tux Thugs. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. Aaron, also, thank you for that membership. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for membership. And welcome to Tugs Thugs. Clear as Mud. What's up, Clear as Mud? 27 months there. Hey there. Hey there, return. Appreciate you. Max Lab, what's up? Thanks for the 2 there. Hey, Tug and Megan. Hey, return, my friend. How are you doing? By the way, again, Max Lab, one of the people that mailed out the PDF file of that for sure. You know, so very fast on that one too. Thank you. Rebel Bird, thanks for dropping a super sticker on there. Thank you for the 10. Also, love to you. Love to the mods. Appreciate you. Tired Guard, thank you for the 5 months there. Hello, Tug and Megan. Can't wait to see what BBB is trying to do. Well, I hope it entertains you.
Yeah.
Nate, I thought it was funny when I read it. I was like, polymop again?
Oh, and that thing about lying, the court must be, over, just getting over all these lies. Like,
YouTube. You know that one too.
He already told you he doesn't care about YouTube. Why do you insist on doing this?
Nadine, thanks for the month there. So excited to hear what's next. I know, this is a crazy roller coaster. Angel, thanks for the 14 months. Let's go. Indeed. Red Wolf, thanks for the 5. Turn up that bass, brother. Indeed. I love the bass. I do very much so. Best Friends for Life, also thank you for that 5 there. Proud Tuck, well, I'm proud to have you here as well. Honestly, I love all of you. Thank you. Misbehaving. Hey, what's up, Misbehaving? Thank you for the gifted membership too. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Emma, thanks for the 2. Not the books. I know. Oh, it hurt me. It hurt me. One book alone is out of print. And it's like, $126 for that book. That's like, When I bought it, it was 40, and I got a discount, everything. Now it's out of print. It's 126. Oh, oh God. Anyway, oh, my heart. David, thanks for the 5 there. So I caught Megan's replay today. Did Ray's tripping video come out before the JC Travis incident? No, it came out after. That's what he was trying to throw in there. Yeah, with the comments about tripping. Love you guys. You kept me awake and laughing while I'm driving through the night. Thank you. Hey, thank you. Yeah, that was a funny one last night for sure. I have my favorites. Thanks for the 2. Breadstick money. I hope Megan's head feels better. You feel any better now?
It does. It does. It feels better. I'm just still sleepy, probably from the medicine.
Sticky Widget, thanks for the 5 months. Let's start calling BBB the Motionator. That sounds like a really bad toy that you buy in one of those shops. Mama Cat, thanks for the 25 there to put toward new books. Well, thank you. Thank you for that. Hurts me. Kathy, thanks for the 2. Tug, Epic Book Society has 6 easy steps for mold. Yeah, if it were the problem with that is like we had that wall leak that was really bad, and when it came through, we pulled out the shelves and everything, but you just got some more in there. I mean, we pulled out not just the book, we pulled out shelves and everything. It just got a little moisture caught under it, and when they did, it's too much. Didn't catch it. I would have caught it if it wouldn't have been bottom shelves either. So the next time I build up shelves, I learn a lesson. And also that wall is not going to have a bookshelf ever on it again either.
Yeah.
Right. It sucks too. That's a huge area. I displaced, God, so many books. Sammy, thanks for the 5 there. Thank you for my gifted membership. Here's some breadstick money. Well, thank you. And thank you for who sent that to Sammy. And thank you too. Appreciate you. Keith, thanks for the 2. Hey, Megan, are your Legos hard as a rock?
It's from the Karen Reed trial today. Some expert, the defense is trying to get rid of the expert who was the weather expert who said that the ground was hard as a rock. And the defense is like, that is not a scientific definition. You cannot just say the ground is hard as a rock. But of course, Judge Bev is going to let it go.
Of course.
You watch.
I mean, just let everything else.
Yeah.
Aaron, thanks for the 4 months. Prayers for my pops. He's having heart surgery tomorrow. I need this tonight. Thanks for the lab. Hey, first of all, prayers for your pops for sure. Love to you too. You be there. Make sure you have people there for you as well. Oh man, I know it's difficult times there, but love to you. Support for you.
My dad's been through lots of heart surgeries, by the way, and technology has gotten so good that, have faith because they're really good at it. So it'll be all right. I know
I got my
it's scary.
CCTA coming up for my heart on the 10th. So next Monday, finally. I had to wait this long, even though I'm in the emergency room over and over again. Yeah. So I finally had that CCTA. So
good.
Yeah, it's about time. I'm like, man, it has been over a month I've had to wait. That'll be week 5. It's like, that's insane. Brittany, thanks for the 5 there. Are the Hales lying about everything now or what? I'm confused. That's what they're saying. They're trying to say that everything apparently is fake. That's what the antis are saying. And that's crazy because when you look, there's proof quite a bit. And so, I mean, again, Lynette says that she's never lied about anything ever. And there's proof of contradictory statements. Again, the cease and desist thing, for example, I've never been served one. And then now, oh no, I didn't say that. I was served one, but I was told not to care about it by the lawyer who wrote it.
Ridiculous.
Yes. Melissa, thanks for the 5 there. New book fund. Well, thank you. Appreciate you there for sure. Hippie Witch, thanks for the 2. The Hales have evidence. Ecosystem has imagination. Indeed. That's a good way to put it. Yep. Thanks for the 5. I gave them all Cokes. Lost 50 pounds in 6 months.
Wow.
Now I picked one up. That's very
awesome.
good there. Yeah. Now I picked one up. It tastes terrible. Love you guys. And what the hell's? Oh,
really?
Well, thank you. Yeah. I mean, you know.
I can't imagine that a Coke would ever taste terrible. Coke is so good.
I don't
drink it. I only drink the Diet Coke, but a regular Coke is pretty good. But I don't drink it because, I
like Fantas.
Sugar.
I'm like, oh, give me a Fanta. Damn it. That's what I want. Give me an orange Fanta.
Oh, that orange Fanta. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty
I love
good
that stuff. John Baker, thanks for the 5 there. Was getting a shot. Doctor said, you're going to feel a little prig. I asked if JC was there. That's funny. Chris, thanks for the 10. Contributing rather to the aspirin front. You're too entertaining not to have Mo at 100%. I know. We need to get back both of us at 100%.
Yeah.
It'd be nice. I'm game for that. Come on, doctors. Angel.
Yeah, now I got to go to the doctor tomorrow. I've got my doctor's appointment tomorrow to find out why I'm choking in the middle of the night, which is not good. I think you're supposed to keep breathing all night. I'm not an expert, but I think if stopping breathing in the middle of the night might be a little...
It's because of those motions you read before you go to bed. You've been laughing in your sleep and it messes you up. You're like...
Possible. My poor husband is getting pretty tired though of hearing me all night. So
yeah, that would be a good one to get an answer for sure. You don't need that.
Nobody needs that. So I'm gonna go get that checked out.
Angela Quinn, thanks for the 10. Hey, that rhymes too. I like that. I always love the rhyming one. It isn't much, but the feeling of books. I wish I could do more. Book collection, sentimental value. Sorry for the loss. What is wrong with BBB? Is he against his clients? Feels like that sometimes. Thank you for the book statement. And it never say that's not much. I mean, that's awesome. You do anything, it's awesome there. But yeah, I feel like sometimes BBB, he's very detrimental to his clients. Dan, thanks for the 2 there. Bruce's next job will be sniffing out truffles. Find me some, boy. David, thanks for the 5 there. We really need an over-under on BBB's denials. I can feel it coming in the air tonight.
Yep.
Oh, Lord. Yep.
Yep.
It being motion denied. Oh, and SBP for Megan. SBP. I don't know. Square bullet point. That's it.
Square bullet point.
He made you think about it too. That's amazing. Look at that. Oh, look at this. There you go. Wyatt's Grammy. Thanks for 3 months. Off topic. Watch Rose Red today. Fantastic. It is, man. I'm telling you, it's free on YouTube.
I still haven't seen that. I gotta watch it.
well, there's never been a cleaned up version released. It was released on DVD. You know, there's been some bootlegs, of course, with Blu-ray, but never been a sanctioned, cleaned up release. But somebody loved it enough that they ran it through AI, they cleaned it up, and they posted it on YouTube. So all parts of it are on YouTube, and it is beautiful. It looks better. God, it was like I'd never seen it before. It looks so good.
I finished watching that Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake that was absolutely terrible. So let me tell you how that ended in case you don't know. So at the end of that movie, God, it was so bad. Leatherface gets shot at close range by a shotgun 2 times, plus sawed in the face with a chainsaw, drowned in a pool of water, and yet manages to come back from that to grab a girl out of a moving car and behead her right at the end. It is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. Now I think I might know why I didn't watch horror movies. They're terrible. Well, at least that one was.
That's fine. That one is bad. I like the 2003 remake, but a lot of the remakes are not good. They aren't at all. They're trying to capture a movie that was made, you know, at the beginning of slasher of that type. Like you can't recapture that. There's no way.
Chat, stop complaining about spoiler alerts. If you watch that movie,
you don't want to watch that movie.
You don't want to watch that movie. As my dad would say, worse than Killer Tomatoes. Worse than Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Trust me on this. You do not want to watch it. It's the newest Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's terrible. And also, you don't root for the characters at all. There are a bunch of snobs from LA who come to this tiny town in Texas to make their little, Instagram town, and you hate them from the beginning. So actually, you want to see them get chainsawed in half.
That's usually how I feel about most of them, to be honest. I watched that new movie, The Gorge, that just came out it's on like, I forget what the Apple TV. That's it. I was trying to think of I was like Apple TV. That's it. But I was watching it, and it was the first movie in a long time I've been like, hey, I don't care if the monsters win or not.
Yeah, there are some movies where you're like, yeah, get them.
Yeah, get 'em. I mean, I feel like that in a lot of movies. These
characters were so bad. And in the beginning, they killed this poor man's mother. So it's like, well. So he chainsawed you to death. I don't know what to tell you, but you screwed this up. You shouldn't have done that.
Yep. Oopsie. Bad way to go. I'm telling you, the 2003 remake is pretty good if you go in remakes. Lisa, thanks for the 2. Pigs have flown. Swine flu. The swine flu. They did fly.
Yeah.
Swine flu. Yeah. I got you. Becky, thanks for the 2 there for the wambulance and the breadsticks. She said, not the wambulance. Hey, I knew what you were saying there. Thank you, though, for correcting it, too. That's funny. Debbie, thanks for the 5. When the judge reads his motion, he will know this guy is effing nuts. Indeed. Andre said, thanks for the month too. JH has totaled over $267,000. Oh yeah, and that is actually a very legitimate number. Like I said, I watched one case with that Vic Mignogna. They didn't even get past slap, so he's well past that, and he's had other cases too, and that one ate over $250,000. So, yeah. I mean, it's a lot of money, but it goes really fast. Red Wolf, thanks for 5. All BBB does is throws a fan, yeah, and it's coming back and hitting him in the face. That's true. That happens a lot. Stick it with ya. Thanks for the 5 there. I gotta go do family stuff. Catch you on the replay. Be good, chat. Yeah, chat's always good. Thank you, Sticky, too. Appreciate
Bye,
you,
Sticky.
my friend. Your favorite French Canadian. Thanks for the 2. I don't really know if I know that many French Canadians. I think I know one other French Canadian. So you probably would.
I went to Montreal once, and they're the nicest people. Yeah. They were I was a teenager, and I got invited by these other teenage girls to a party. We were on the street, and these French Canadian girls were like, hey, you want to come to a party? And then they were all singing Madonna, and none of them understood the words. It was very funny.
Tug,
It was a good time.
Bring your books to a place where they have a big cutter, where they cut big piles of paper. They'll be able to cut a fine cut to take off the waste on your book. That book, no, I mean, the way that they've also gotten on the back covers and into it when the warpage at the bottom. So it's not just right on the bottom. I mean, it's bad. It messed those books up. Unfortunately, they can't be salvaged. And I looked at anything I could with those. I mean, luckily, again, it was only bottom shelving. It didn't go higher than those bottom shelves, but yeah, it was still bad. Emmy, thanks for the 5 there. When someone's subconscious tells on themselves, listen, indeed, that is an indeed. It's true. You got it. Thanks for the 2. New BBB song, Suno Maestro 64. He's a cuddly guy. New songs. I'm gonna have to. I've been listening to people's songs they've been sending me. It's awesome there. By the way, some people have sent some good ones. Daily Dysfunction. Thanks for the 2. Find out more about heart issues. Appreciate you. Yeah, I appreciate you too, and all of you out there, not just one specific person. All of you feel like you got problems or anything, get checked out for sure. Don't put it off.
Oops.
Don't worry about costs when you worry.
Something.
I thought I dropped something.
Nope,
Actually, I
that
thought
was
something
me.
fell.
Sorry. That was me.
Love to you, Daily Dysfunction, by the way. Kasha, thanks for the 10 there. There are good people in Levy County, and we're glad that Jeremy showed the good old boy system is in place. We live in Chiefland and 8th Circuit, and DCF is corrupt. Indeed. There's no question that out of the amount of people, there would be good people. Here's the problem, though, that you run into with Levy County. What we see coming out of there looks so bad. I'm talking law enforcement, talking, the prosecutor's office and more, that nobody want to go there. It's not the people we're really commenting on. It's the enforcement. If you run into one of the bad people.
Yep.
Clarence thinks of the 5. Deuce wants to argue Jeremy's claims are completely baseless, but wants us to believe his thumbnail case has merit. Does he live in opposite? Well, yes. Yes, indeed. It's so bizarre. Number 1 Cardinals fan. Thank you for the membership. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for the membership. Welcome to Tugs Thugs. Thank you. Appreciate that as well. I have my favorites. Thanks for the 2. BBB is living in Delulu land. Indeed. He isn't just visiting. He lives there. AKA the cat lady. Thanks for the 5 there. Speaking of sheep, the movie Black Sheep from New Zealand is a much watch for me. That is a funny, messed up movie. Black Sheep is bizarrely funny. That is a movie you don't think you need in your life, but you really do. You actually do need that. It is. It's
I'll
funny
look it up.
and ridiculous. Oh, you'll like it. You will.
I do like New Zealand's style of comedy. One of my favorite shows was the Flight of the Conchords.
Oh, God,
did you ever
I
see
love
that?
them. Yes.
Oh, so good.
Yes.
So good. Before The Office, it was like, the New Zealand version of something like that. And those guys were so goofy, and their music was so hilarious. They were writing meme songs before any of us.
Have you watched any of the show? This isn't just like that or anything. It just for some reason made me think of this. Have you watched any of that show Severance that is coming on?
No.
Now, oh my God, that's such a bizarre and good show. Oh, such a
what's it on?
Show. It's on Apple TV.
I think I have that.
Oh, you need to watch.
I never watch Apple TV.
Oh, man. It's addictive. It's an interesting show. Don't look it up. Just watch it.
Okay.
All
right.
Because I've enjoyed it.
Is it going to scare me?
No.
Okay.
It's just, it's interesting and bizarre. Wendy Bono, thanks for the 12 months. 1 year. Woo. Hey to Megan, Mott's chat. 1 year already. Time flies when you're having fun. Indeed. And welcome and thank you. I appreciate you. A year there already. Cunning linguist thanks to BBB is Noseraptor.
No.
Snuffleupagus, indeed.
Oh, that's funny.
Indeed. Clarence, thanks for the 5. This ish is pure projection. Indeed. Swamp Jeremy for Deuce. Yep. As dumb filing. It could be a chapter of his autobiography, Failures of Foreskin. It's beautiful. Chad said, hey, thanks for the 5 there. So the memorial was for the brother of a local woman, and he told her she could do what she needed to maintain it and not worry about trespassing. Well, we're talking about the old memorial. This new thing, this is just some
different.
Yeah, the old
By the
memorial.
way, it has not been confirmed that the family even knew about it. Just put it that way.
It's this bunch of sticks just pops up out of nowhere. You know, when people are asking about money, that's when you first start to hear about it. When people are start asking, the first time we hear anything about it at all actually is it's been stolen, not that there was a memorial. And you know, it wasn't a legit memorial out there because they had raised all this money. If they'd actually put something out with all that money, they would have shown it off, but they didn't. So it's just crazy. Alan, thanks for the 5 there. Check the police dash cam as he passes the more. Yeah, we saw that on the newest video. Somebody noted that they took a screenshot, and that is an interesting talking point. So with the old memorial that supposedly disappeared, this is what somebody was talking about. Again, I don't know the exact dates or anything. This is just a talking point. If you watch the Shara video, when the police officer is pulling away, you can see where that old memorial it was. And you could see something there. People are saying it's the memorial. I can't tell what the hell's there because it's a blurry thing. But, you know, it's right there. They're saying where the memorial is. So that's the memorial. The only problem is that specific memorial, the one that supposedly disappeared, it was there a month after the date it supposedly disappeared. Now, that's, again, what people have been pointing out with it. Again, I don't know the dates and stuff well enough to confirm all of that for myself, but it is interesting. Melissa, thanks for the 2 there. I believe $56,000 bought products and rented 2 booths. Wow. I'm not saying anything happened. I'm just saying, hey, why don't you show us what happened? That's what I'm saying. AKA the cat lady, thanks for the 5. Did you guys see Fleet One claim that Silverman took a bribe? Oh yeah. Then giggles and says, we correct that in our brain. We correct that. What does that mean? Correct that? I did see them say that they thought he took a bribe. Yeah, and that Germany paid him off.
I watched it back, the clip, and I think she was reading a chat that said that, and she said, "I don't know." And then she started to intimate that it could be true.
Yeah. She says, well, I don't, and then start saying, yeah, Jeremy, blah, 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 blah. So she's saying that Jeremy paid him off. That's she gave herself the deniability to go with that with I don't know, but then follows that up with, oh yeah, kick a bribe. Really smart. Very smart there. Fallen Hero. What's up, Fallen Hero? Thank you for the super chat there. No statement attached. Plenty of statement, though. Thank you, my friend. John, thanks for the 2 there. Hello, Tug and Megan. Breadstick money. Thank you.
Breadstick money.
Get that breadstick money. You say it better. That's just good. Troy Ironside. Love it. I always love that. Michael Ironside. Always love it. That's what he'll make me think of every time I hear it. Thanks for the 2 months. They need to take your cruise down a river in Egypt. Denial. I think they go there quite a bit. They're always on denial. George, thanks for the 5. Megan, why are people saying you malign Canadians?
I don't know. Because I said that guy from Ontario isn't going to try it. Is that maligning to say that guy who threatened to turn off our power in the middle of winter is not going to do it? That's not maligning. I'm just saying he's just talking a big game. He's not going to do it. That would be an act of aggression against Americans in the winter. And I'm telling you right now, he's just talking.
How dare you malign a Canadian?
No, I love Canadians. I love them. We're having a little political spat right now. It's okay. It's not going to turn nasty. It's going to be fine.
Yeah, it's all good there.
We're
Vanessa.
neighbors. Well, we're siblings. This is a sibling fight right now. Everybody can calm down. It's going to be fine.
Well, and typically, like the people, like us, them, we don't have any problems. It's usually
No.
somebody else throwing a fit.
Yeah, it's other people throwing a fit.
Yeah.
We're working it out. There's a new administration. They've got their agenda they're working on, and there's going to be, pushback. Canada doesn't want to pay. We're tired of paying other things. We're tired of paying them. We'll see. We'll see how it works out. We'll figure it out to be good for everybody. Don't worry.
Vanessa, thanks for the 10. Tug, we demand a little peep from a certain little lip gloss wearing ray of sunshine. Hugs to her. Yeah, she was working hard today, so she decided to go to bed early. She actually she decided to help her grandma clean up. They have a little toy area, and she had it all messed up, and she worked hard today cleaning it. Props to her, man. She was she was working hard for real. So she got tired. She was like, my legs hurt, Dad. My back hurts. I was like, man, you sound like a 93-year-old, 5-year-old.
That's how my children sound. And I whenever they do that, I just figure that they're probably growing. When I remember growing pains were really bad. I remember being in a lot of pain. Yeah, your bones and ligaments are just stretching and being pulled, and it hurts really bad. And my 10-year-old, my little boy, he's growing a lot. He wakes up in the morning like a little old man sometimes. Oh, my neck, my back, it hurts. Everything hurts. So, you got to give him the Tylenol, but in a hot bath.
The little one runs full out all the time, too. I'm just like, man. So, of course, your legs hurt. She's like, watch me run, Dad. I'm going to run 47 times in this line. I'm like, oh, my God. It makes me tired watching it. I'm like, Lord, that's,
Yep.
Red Wolf, thanks for the 10 there. Just to piss off the haters. Man, mission accomplished. They get mad about that. They're always, they bring up money so many times in live streams. Talking about them, look at them. It's so funny because you can tell they get so mad about it. Meanwhile, they're bilking people out of money. Ugh. Sassy, thanks for the 2. It's sleep apnea, Megan, or lack of oxygen.
I know. And if they try to make me sleep in one of those mask things, I'm not going to be able to do it. I have claustrophobia. I can't even put on a snorkel. So here's what I don't understand about CPAP. Why don't they just make... when you go into the hospital and they give you the oxygen through the cannula that goes just the little 2 tubes in the nose and it goes around your ears and it's like it doesn't encroach on anything. Why don't they just do that? Is that an option? Can I just get a thing that goes in my nose like that instead of over the face? I can't put anything over my face. I will not be able to breathe. No. I will have a heart attack.
It is not an option. You will have to wear when you have to look like a fighter pilot, Megan, every time you
Why do they do that? Why can't they just put the little cannula in that the old ladies wear with the little oxygen tanks?
I like how you look like not just a fighter pilot. You look like a 70 era fighter pilot too. I think I like the little mask.
It's 2025. Why can't it be smaller and less invasive at this point?
I don't know. I'd be humming the Top Gun theme every time we go to bed.
This is just so sexy at bedtime. Strap on a mask on your face.
As you get older, man, you got your special socks on and your mask on.
I have those socks.
Yeah, exactly. I got my compression socks. Exactly.
Although I have to say my husband will probably be much happier with me when I'm not waking him up all night.
Indeed.
No, Chad, I've looked at the different options for these masks because I know that's what they're going to say. And there are none that, there are some that go over the nose. Those look even stupider. No, I'm talking about the little one that goes just with the 2 little tubes that go in the nose and then around the ears, like grandma wears. They don't use those for that, though.
They got to make sure that, like, when you're snoring and stuff, it's covering your mouth and your nose, and gotta secure it.
I'm so annoyed. I'm so annoyed. This is not how I wanted to go into 50. This is so embarrassing.
I hear you. Like,
I'm about to go on a girls' trip to Vegas. I can't bring a CPAP machine.
I
Like,
mean,
hold on, ladies. I need to put my CPAP machine in before we pass out.
hey, I hear you though. I'm like, for me, with a hernia, I like to sleep sitting up. And sometimes I like to sleep like if I can in a chair. It's like that ain't fun. So, well, and thanks for the two there, breadsticks for truth. Thanks, Tug, Megan. Appreciate you there. Thank you very much. And thanks for the 10 there. Please add this to your book replacement fund. It would hurt my heart to lose my books. I know it. I mean, like I said, I've got a lot of books. I lost all of my Walking Deads, like the trades of that. I was like, oh no, all of them, everyone. I guess it was going to wipe them all. I guess better than just leaving me like one middle book. But I was like, no, it was a complete set. And those, they're not like horribly expensive, but they knocked out a bunch of trades. God, I miss them. Freaky Cat, thanks for the fun.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ready for this, for Freaky Cat's suggestion.
I think Megan might be ready for the Saw movies. LOL. Hey, the Saw movies are great, but they are freaking like you gotta want violent, and they get very bloody and violent. They're definitely they're a certain type of body horror, You gotta like that.
Yeah,
for sure.
I don't like any of that really gory stuff, but
You can watch Final Destination. If you want to be horrified by like certain objects, you need to see like Final Destination 2. You'd have to, I mean, you need to see 1 first, but 2 was the movie that made people afraid of logging trucks. Ooh, going down the road. Anytime I see a logging truck, I'm like, oh God, no, not that. Not that. Or, people dying in a tanning booth. You're like, no, not the tanning booth. That franchise is something else. I like those. If you want to watch some crazy ones like Final Destinations, I love those.
I think I got to ease into it. I think I need to start with like the original Halloween.
Yeah, The Thing. I'm telling you, same guy directed it. The Thing. Watch it. You'll love it.
The Thing. Okay,
Mhm.
The Thing.
I love that movie. One of my favorite movies ever. God, it's a good movie.
Is that 1982?
Yeah. They made a sequel to it, and
oh no way, is Kurt Russell in it?
oh yeah.
Oh,
Actually,
I love him.
John Carpenter uses Kurt Russell like for so many of those movies. If you look back in that time period, that's the you're talking about Big Trouble in Little China. That's John Carpenter later on.
Yeah, I love Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell's one of my favorites.
I don't read anything about it. Watch it. You love it. You love it. Watch it tonight. You'll love it. Sassy. Thanks for the tip. Your new movie idea. What the hell's CSTM meets Otter Creek? CSTM.
CSTM.
For what the hell's?
What does CSTM stand for, chat?
What is that? Is my mind just not working today?
Yeah, mine's not either.
I don't know.
What is streaming on Prime? The Thing? I'll check.
Is The Thing on there? I love it.
Usually I'm so good at the acronyms, and I'm not. I
don't today. Well, it's not. I'm not on my best. Either. I apologize.
Yeah, I'm still feeling a little fuzzy myself.
Dan, thanks for the two. Best UFO movie is Fire in the Sky. That movie terrified me as a child. Oh, the abduction, the alien abductions. It is a good movie though, for real. It's a very good movie. Benny Tree, thanks for the 5. I missed the memorial story. Who was it for and on whose property? I usually know all this stuff. So originally there was like a ribbon tied on
branch.
Just tied on some branches. And apparently after that, there was like a little roadside thing just stuck in the ground. And that originally, it disappeared probably in all the storms that you had going on. So you had 2 L's. They raised money for a real memorial because they keep saying, Jeremy stole those others and blah, blah, blah. All this drama comes in. So they raised thousands of bucks and we hear nothing about it. then with all this stuff comes up about $56,000 and where's this other money and more. Suddenly they're talking about there's a memorial it's missing. It's on Jeremy's property, by the way. Somebody has gone in and taken those 2 sticks that I showed you, concreted them into the ground, including a no trespass sign, and they get permission for it. Now, we don't know what happened with them, but they keep saying, first they said it was Travis, then they said it was Jeremy. Who knows? But that's all. It's all deflection. It's all deflection. It was over a person that lives in Otter Creek. I don't know the name of the person. I don't remember their name, but there's more to it too. But that's pretty much what's there.
It died in a 4-wheeler accident at that spot, and so. It's been many years though. And also like if a relationship breakdown happens between the family and the property owner, well, that's, you're just out of luck then. And it's not a crime against humanity to remove something that someone is trying to manipulate you with.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at that again, somebody, can you imagine someone putting up a no trespass sign on your property?
That's insane.
That's all.
And we don't have any, we do not know if the family even had anything to do with putting up that second one. We do not know that. They may not have.
It just popped up one day as far as, hey, there's this thing. And it came up as the drama wanted to pop off. It looked like it was placed for drama, apparently. And, well, drama came from it. It's a bunch of ridiculous stuff. Emma, thanks for the 2. Random, but do you still have your Goliath spider? Yes, indeed. I lost a few when all the heaters and stuff went down. I lost a few spiders, but it was unfortunate. Some of those jungle spiders, man. But I've still got quite a few. Yeah, they're doing pretty good. Let's see, Vice baby. What's up, man? How you doing, brother? Thanks for the 5 there. Get rid of Tug's health issues. Fun. Start of it, indeed. I am there with you, brother. And like I said, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Appreciated Jeff a lot, too. It's good to see you around, man.
Oh, I found the thing on Apple TV.
Oh, did
it's
you?
On Apple TV. Yeah.
I'll watch it, and then later on watch Severance, although they're different things, though. Like that, Yeah, you got to watch the thing. I'm telling you, watch it tonight. John, thanks for the 2. 1 Hour Photo is good. Oh man, Robin Williams is. I love 1 Hour Photo. That is a different. It's an obsession movie. It is a psychological horror, but I love that movie. I love the use of colors. I love seeing Robin Williams do that kind of character. It's amazing. And sad about him. Cheeky, thanks for the 5 there. Tug, if you watch Wolf Creek, oh yeah, indeed, awesome Aussie movie, indeed, man. The Aussies make some pretty amazing horror movies, and well, of course, we got Mad Max out of that too. But yeah, there's a lot of good horror movies come there. But yeah, I watch Wolf Creek, love it. K-Rap, thanks for the Killer Tomatoes is hilarious. It is indeed. It is. I love some of those old movies. They're so
I remember it's like on the same level as The Blob, the original.
Yeah, now,
Blob.
like I said, you watch that remake of The Blob, it ain't going to be on the same level where you'll be like, holy crap, what happened to that? Oh my God. There's some effects in there that are amazing. They are really good. Wanda, thanks for the 6 months there. Hey, y'all, and love y'all. Well, thank you. You can keep the y'alls if you'd like to take them back, but no, I'm playing. Thank you. Second Chief, thanks for the 5. Little Caesar's crazy bread with marinara sauce.
Hey, that Little Caesar's garlic bread is pretty good.
It is,
I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember that. Listen, I'm gonna bounce.
Okay.
Thank you guys for hanging out tonight. This was fun, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Yep. See ya. Yes, tomorrow we will be over. We will be making your channel tomorrow. So make sure you are with us again tomorrow. Gamer Jack, thanks for the 2 there. CPAP uses pressure to keep airways open. Yeah, so you got to keep the airway open. Yes. She'll learn when they're telling her you can't do it this other way. Sorry, Megan. EP fan forever. Thank you for the 20. There is not a statement attached to that, but that is a statement. Thank you for that. I appreciate you. David, thanks for the 2. Megan, nasal a pillow or cushion in the nose. She saw all these roll in too. Because you're watching the chat there. Wanda, thanks for the 10. You all are wonderful. Well, thank you. You all are wonderful too. You're appreciated for sure. Brian, thanks for the 2. Try breathe right strips, Megan. Yeah, the breathe right strips actually are much better than you would think. You know, they started out, I was kind of amazed by laying down with those and just how well they did. And let me set up my redirect while we're talking real fast, and I'll hit all the rest of the super chats. I'm going to redirect tonight, of course, to Shizzy Wiznut. So let me set him up real fast before we continue. Got to give the man love. I do. I love. Oh, Shizzy. Got to have him on again, too. I got to have him on again. I need to have Travis on, too, like I said. So, Cynic and Chief, thanks for the 2. Tug calls it the thing. Yeah, that's right, the thing. I can't say the thing. The thing. It's hard for me to. It's the thing. It is, I guess. I do say that. The thing. Yep. That is that Southern coming out. It's very, it's against my nature to stop and say the thing. I have to like slow down and say it. It's very strange. Feels weird. Y'all. Thank you, Chief. That is funny. I never think about it. Oh, yeah. Okay. You were talking about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's what threw me off there. Okay, thank you for clarifying that. I was wondering about that. It did throw me there. I should have been able to group that together and figure it out, but it just didn't dawn. Oh man, a little slow today. April, thanks for the month there. They do nasal only masks. They have also have an implant. I didn't know they did an implant with that. That's kind of interesting. Jolene, thanks for the 2 there. Boy's sister from the Memorial works with Robbie. Like it's such a terrible situation. All of that is. She'll make, thanks for the 27 months. Went to the pictures. I watched Halloween, 1978. Got out of horror movie. Nope, down to horror movies after that. Really, I liked Halloween. I liked it more as I grew up. You know, I grew up on sneaking to watch horror movies. When I was a kid, you know, horror movies, like now, kids, there's so much media that, you know, kids, they see that, and a lot of just regular movies. You know, they have so many insane elements anyway, like murder and everything else. But, you know, when I was a kid, you know, we'd sneak and watch movies. I just sneak while my dad, you know, when he's asleep, I'd try to sneak out and watch it. My dad, after divorcing, he had picked up his one true love. At the time, he had picked up a 55-inch TV. Now, when I was a kid, that was very uncommon. I didn't know anybody with a big TV, but my dad got one, you know, because he was living on the, he gets remarried a little bit later, but not right then. He got his, like I said, his real love at the time, 55-inch TV. So when he'd fall asleep, I'd sneak down and watch anything I could. Oh my God, it was amazing. But I fell in love with those kind of movies. Sinking Cheap, thanks for the 2. If you like silly and campy, Danger 5 is recommended. Yeah, there's so many like silly, campy. Oh man, I need to make a list. We all need to have a stream and just talk about movies. Just have a movie stream again. That would be fun. Rebel, thanks for another $10 super sticker as well. And that's cool of you, Rebel. Thank you. There's also, let's see, DB sent a 20 through Cash App. And I love you, Tug. Hey, thank you for that. That is awesome. I appreciate that for sure. Thank you. Love back to you as well. JC sent 10 as well. Just a little polymop to help towards your replacing your books. That's hilarious. Get that polymop on there. Indeed. That is funny. Cheryl sent 5 as well. Cheryl, thank you again. Thank you very much. You are very appreciated there. Cheryl, for real. Thank you. Now, tonight, I'm going to redirect you to Mr. Wisnut. You know, we love Shizzy, so we will be sending you over. Now make sure that when you're over there, you tell Mr. Shizzy that he's loved for sure. Oh man, SF, by the way, I saw that come in. Thanks for the 2. Hubby would watch horror and laugh by the age of 5. That's what I did. Actually, my oldest one, when she was really little, she would just laugh and laugh when horror would come up. Like I would watch horror movies and she'd sit with me and she'd hear it and she thought they were funny. You know, when something would come up and like it's supposed to be scary, she'd just start laughing. You know, and she's always loved scary movies. So the little one wants to be like her sister. And she's watched some movies with her. Like I said, they watched Pennywise one day. That was interesting. But she doesn't like them as much. She still likes them but the oldest, man, she's all about some horror movies. But anyway, I'm gonna end it here. I appreciate you, and we will be redirecting you to old Shizzy Wisnut again. Tell him Tuck sent you. Appreciate you, and we'll see you tomorrow on Makin's channel. Make sure you're there.